All right, guys, welcome to the Titans podcast, episode 3. Today we have Chaos, or GZS Chaos, actually. So, what are you known as, and where are you from?
Um, so I'm known as Chaos, and I'm from Virginia.
All right, cool. I have some family that lives down in Virginia.
Yeah.
So how did you first start getting into competitive Call of Duty? Like any teams you played on before us?
Um, I played for dozens of teams before you guys. I guess my first steps into actual the competitive scene was and actually BO3. Um, me and a couple of buddies, we were joking around one day because we've always been playing ranked, always played ranked, and we found ourselves doing good, and we wanted to just have fun with it. We wanted more competition because the competition was light that we felt. So we started getting into GBs, and as time progressed, they fell off, and I just kept going with it because I ended up finding a passion, I'd say, for Call of Duty. And so as time progressed, really, I kept joining teams. Um, I was dropped a good amount because either I wasn't good enough or something. And I'd say it was it was last year in Modern Warfare when I really picked it up. I got the hang of it and everything. I joined the team, and it was Rogue Gaming Academy. I joined, and so I ended up getting really really good in Modern Warfare to a point where I was competing in tournaments. Um, I was doing pay tournaments. I was making money. I made a couple hundred last year, and then one of my former teammates right now that I have currently in Lunar, um, he invited his buddy that was a pro am, and where I was on Xbox and everything, and where there was no talk about like it being cross plat like it is now for this year for challengers and stuff. His buddy was talking about taking me to pro am this year with him, and we couldn't get all that worked out because where I wasn't ready to switch over yet, and actually I ended up finding myself switching over to PS4 the beginning of Cold War. So I ended up letting a really good offer go, but at the same time, I found a really good group of guys to play with that want to grind, that want to succeed, and all we want right now is just to really get to the peak of our performance, so we can be competing in challengers and just showing really what we're made of, trying to get a name for ourselves.
That's really cool. So, you told us about how you were struggling, getting dropped from a bunch of teams, saying maybe you weren't good enough and all that. What did you focus on yourself to try and improve?
My first thing was I started watching actual pros play. Like I watched them a little bit, but I didn't really pay attention to them. And so my first step was really watch them, see what they're doing, see what their movements like, and just really see what they're doing. And so after I did that for a little bit, I started picking up on movement. I started picking up on pace with like if I was to run sub, how to play sub better, how to play main AR better. Um, and call outs, where I should be sitting at the map, how I should be playing with my team and stuff. And so after I watched it for a little bit, I picked up on all of it, and I got the hang of it pretty quickly. And so once that happened, it was just like my gameplay improved by like 10 times what I was doing. Like I was dropping numbers all day, but I wasn't very much communicative at all with my team. I didn't play as a teammate. I played as a solo. And so now I play only for a team, and I do not put myself into a solo position ever, because playing solo is it's really not a good way to play. You won't ever make it as a solo, really. So that was the first things I did. And then after that, look for a group of guys that wanted the same thing to win. I hate losing. I wanted to win. And so now the team that I'm on currently, I have that group of guys. We're all very passionate about the game, very very passionate. Like we take L's very hard, and, and so all we want to
That's
do right now is learn more of it and just really grow.
Yeah, that's a great quality for a team to have right there. Like taking a hard loss, like looking back at yourselves, like what could we do better? Like trying to improve after every scrim, after every game.
Yeah.
So love to hear that from you guys. So who's actually on that roster and how do you think like everything is going for that team so far?
Um, my teammates are Zuptis, Hyper, and Lunar, and, and we're a fairly new team because we just picked up our fourth. And the way things are going right now is we are 100% on track to be competing in money tournaments within the next couple of weeks and start basically doing money wagers, money GBs. Um, but really, where we stand at the moment is we struggle in our respawn, but we're really good at our search. And the main reason for that is because we focus on our search more than our respawns. Because say we take it, we'll take a respawn. We rely on our search the rest of the way because there's two searches, and so if we win both, we win the whole thing. But right now, what happened in that tournament the other day. Um, we've decided as a whole that we want to get better at respawn, so where we can just 3-0 teams, 2-0 teams without a problem because we really don't want to take it to the final map, and no team should ever want to take it to the final map ever. So as right now, we're just trying to improve in our respawn, and as soon as we do that, we'll be ready.
That sounds good. Like how are you trying to improve? Like what type of games are you running? Like just GBs and all that? Are you like getting scrims against other organizations? How
Um,
frequent is that?
we've been looking for scrims the last couple of days for respawns, and it seems like every team that we set one up with for full rotations for respawns, they back out last second. And so we're at a point where we're gonna start putting up hard point and control games onto GBs, and it's gonna take a minute because respawns are no one ever wants to play respawns and GBs or anything. They don't, and it's confusing to the whole community, in my opinion. But that's where we're standing at the moment. We're having to go to GBs.
That's amazing to hear that you guys are like putting in the hours and just trying to get better. So for next year, because I know that one of you is still like underage for the time being, so you won't be able to compete this year. But I know the next year you're looking to go to challengers. What are you doing to prepare for that?
Basically, we're using this year to build a strong chem, a pretty strong chem, and then also that we're gonna have a mindset. Hopefully, at the end of this COD, that we're ready. We can compete with the like amateurs and stuff. And so, like right now, we're just focusing on that because our biggest picture is playing in challengers and hopefully winning challengers. We want to place high in challengers if we don't win. So right now, everyone, all four players on this team, we all have in our minds challenges is our goal, and how are we gonna do? What are we gonna do different to succeed than what these other teams are doing that aren't succeeding?
That's a great mindset to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, you were talking about like how you could like what you were doing to get like to where you are in challengers. Where do you stand right now in terms of pro points?
Uh we'd probably stand at a solid 0 right now. We we aren't looking at pro points or anything at the moment because if we do, it's just gonna it's just really going to hurt the team in the long run because we're not competing really yet, and where we're still just so new, and we're still very easily being able to be beat if it comes to it. Because where we don't have everything set up currently yet. We only have setups and strats and search, and that's it. But if we look at that as a team, because my team is very easy to get discouraged in a lot of things, so we look past a lot of things that discourages us, and we only look at the things that make us really want to succeed better, like L's, our VODs that we watch, anything that can help our gameplay improve at any time for a team. We always try to pick up a teammate. We always try to help a teammate do better in an area that he's struggling in. So right now we don't really want to look at pro points or any of that at the moment because we're such a new team. All we want is just encouragement in our team. That's all.
Yeah, that's a great just straight encouragement for your members. That's amazing to have. Um, so I heard you guys say that you have 4 members on the team currently. Are you looking to get a sub?
We are looking to get a sub, and the only problem we're running into is that where we have our main roster, no one wants to be a sub player. They don't want to. They want to play at all times with the main team, and it's just not going to be able to be like a bot like an available option for whoever our 5th player is, because they will play with us some, so we can get Kim with them, and they will be at every training thing that we do for the team, every single one of them, and they will know all the strats, all the rotations, everything that they need to know for their role and stuff. And so the real problem that we run into is that they want to be on the main team and that it's just not available for them, because we just got done it was like a week and a half ago kicking a player off the team because where the game, yes, it is freshly new and out and everything, but comp does not change. We love that player dearly, but it is business before family. And it sounds bad, but where we're a team that wants to go semi-pro next year, we need to basically only focus on our main 4. And if our main 4 ain't doing their job, then in the long run, we're not going to be ready for the year. And so our sub player has to realize that they get onto the team that they'll only play during like sick days, or if a teammate can't make it to a tournament or something like that. And so that's the only problem we run into.
Yeah, personally, as a recruiter for the other teams, I have the same problem, like trying to find people because they always want to play. Like they don't want to be sitting on the side, and I know that's a huge thing in just sports in general. Like you want to be playing, and you're gonna do what you can to play. So good luck in finding a 5th. Like I really hope you guys get that quick and get some chemistry down. So,
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
have any socials that you would like to shout out? Any other players?
Um, Not really, man. I don't. I don't like. I have my social, but I'm never really too active on it. The only thing I'm really ever active on is just Discord. That's about it. But we plan on making like a group Instagram and Twitter and stuff. So where as a as a whole inside this academy, that we're, everyone still knows that we're grinding for what we're wanting and what our passion is, and for us to get our name out there still with the team.
Yeah, that's something new. I haven't heard that in a while from like a bunch of other teams. I know only some are doing it now. Like I know Golden Aura has another team Instagram like that. Rogue had a Instagram like that before they disbanded, and all of them are very successful. So I hope that yours can grow as much as well.
Yeah.
So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Chaos, for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
I'll see you guys next time.